Happy Halloween! This episode, we're going to be talking all about Disney villains. This is episode 53. I'm Soraya.
I'm Aurora.
And together, we're just your average Disney travelers. All right, it's Halloween.
Yep.
First, do you want to tell everyone what you're going to be for Halloween? Or what you are for Halloween? You've already had a couple parties. No, you don't want to share?
Well, no, I just don't know how to explain. Just steampunk.
Steampunk.
Yes.
Yeah, because you're such a punk.
Yes.
It's a pretty cool costume.
Yes.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about it.
I'm very proud of it.
Yep. And you're going to help pass out candy with us? Probably.
Maybe, I don't know.
Until you get tired and want to go inside and do your own thing. Our neighborhood's pretty cool. We do our Halloween passing out candy all out like on our driveways, and everyone just kind of visits together as the kids come by, and it's fun. So it'll be a fun time.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so for Halloween, we have a fun episode, or maybe it's an evil episode. We're going to talk about villains. You ready for that?
Yes.
I know, you like the villains.
I do.
All right, so we have each compiled a list. We have several categories, and we each separately compiled our list for our answers for certain villains that fit these categories. And we're looking at Disney and Disney Pixar villains. We're not going to do the Marvel or Star Wars. And I think for the most part, these are also just the animation.
Disney, yeah. Also, so we both had to look up villains because...
Well, there's just, you want to, because it's a lot, you want to remember everybody.
Look up Pixar, so I only have Disney.
Which is funny because when I first said it, I said, let's just do Disney. And you said, oh, we got to do Disney Pixar too.
No, I suggested it.
You suggested braces. Okay, that's fine. It's all good.
It's suggested?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There's a T there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, all right. So, Aurora.
Well,
Which of the villains, Disney and Disney Pixar villains, would you say was the most justified?
okay, one that's my Pixar. I don't know which ones are Pixar or not. Okay, but bowler hat guy.
Okay.
And this one might be a bit of a surprise. I might have to explain this one, but Gaston.
Okay, explain that.
Okay, he's a bit of a weirdo, but like him going after the beast is actually a completely like rational thing because, like, as far as they know, he's extremely dangerous.
Okay.
And did kidnap Maurice.
All right. Yeah.
And like they don't really like and also I think like Belle literally just came like.
Okay.
It's a reasonable response.
Sure. It's a reasonable.
Doesn't mean it's good, but it's still
Right.
a reasonable response.
Yeah. He should have listened to her when she tried to say that he wasn't like that. But
Yeah.
everything prior up until that, you could kind of see.
Yeah.
And at that point, he was just jealous rage, but whatever.
Yeah. It's a reasonable response. Not a good guy, but a reasonable response.
I'm so proud of you for saying bowler hat guy.
Yeah.
That was totally mine too.
Yeah.
Because okay, first of all,
I love
that is
that
one of
movie.
my favorite movies. It is
So
one
good.
of the underrated Disney movies.
Meet the Robinsons.
Yep, Meet the Robinsons. If you haven't seen it,
We should watch
you
that
should
after.
see it. Oh, we might have to. Okay, so I also have a couple others though.
Yeah.
First of all, Gabby Gabby from Toy Story
yeah.
4, which we just watched with your dad.
This is the part where I didn't look up. I didn't see any Pixar
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
Yes,
I feel for her.
Yeah.
A little bit.
That was such a good movie.
Yep. And then the other one is Taka.
Oh yeah, I thought about.
I mean, her heart was literally stolen.
Yeah,
it wasn't
literally,
Even,
physically
it wasn't
stolen.
even her that was really being the villain. Although I don't know if you quite call her a villain, but she's the one that they have to overcome, defeat.
Yeah.
But it was totally not her fault. And as soon as she had her heart back, she was back to her sweet self.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Most
improved or the most redeeming themselves.
Okay. Again, I don't have any Pixar answers. I'm sure
That's
there's
okay.
many there.
That's okay.
So the one I got, because it seemed the best, was Jumba from Lilo and Stitch. Because in the first movie, he was literally the villain.
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah, because he becomes part of their family at the end.
And then, of course, if you watch
That's a great
the sequels,
one.
there's like, what's his name, Gontu?
Uh-huh.
Like, he becomes part of the family, too.
Yeah. I didn't even think about those. Those are great ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
good answers.
I literally wrote this Jumba, I guess.
Jumba, I guess.
Yeah. Well,
No, those are excellent answers.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. I'll have to share that with Dad, too, because he and I were both talking about this earlier. And
You probably could hear.
probably. Okay, so the one I have, I don't know if you'll even know who this is or remember, because we haven't watched this movie in a long time, which is a shame. We need to watch it again. From Treasure Planet.
Oh, I saw a list of that, but I
Long
didn't.
John Silver.
Isn't that the guy that seems
The
to be the
cyborg.
friend? Yeah, I remember him.
And he ends up being, he's the villain, but in the end he helps him.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on the list, but I was like, I don't remember exactly what happens, and so I was like, I'm pretty sure he gets redeemed, but I don't remember enough to.
And I feel like Gabby Gabby even kind of redeems herself because she ends up in the end being a little kind. But I'm going to keep her more for the
Essentially,
justified.
Essentially, she wasn't exactly what, like, thinking about you. She's not exactly what you would consider a villain.
Yeah.
She just came off like she kind of tried to forcibly take.
You know what's interesting is I feel like most of the Pixar characters, especially in the Toy Story franchise, most of their quote unquote villains were in that way.
Except for Sid.
Except for Sid. But even him, it's like, well, that's true. Yeah, Sid's just a punk kid. But anyways, but I mean, like, of all these toys or whatever that are the villains, like, they all had this horribly sad backstory that you almost feel sorry for them, really, in the end. Even though they, you know, some of them do better at overcoming it than others. But, yeah. So, but a lot of the Pixar characters, I just felt like they didn't have as many true, real villains as maybe the Disney movies. Okay, next topic. Which villain would you like to see a backstory movie made about?
Why don't you go first?
Okay, I have two.
Okay.
The one that I think I want the most is Dr. Facilier.
That's what I put.
See, that's why I kind of wanted to let you go first because I have multiple options and I could just kind of say, oh, okay, that's one, and then I have another one.
Well, I wanted to see what you had.
Okay.
I was wondering if you're.
Did you have another one too,
No.
or just that one?
These
So
mostly
the
just
other
that
one is another obscure one, and this was actually Dad's idea, but I agree with it. And it's Madame Mim. She's from Sword in the Stone, and she's this crazy witch that does a little. It's not even a very big part of the movie, and I don't know if you can even call her quite a villain, except she is one that that he has to defeat. But anyways, he fights. But anyhow, Madame Mim. That's all you don't get any more from her. You don't know anything about her. She's kind of crazy, and it's just kind of curious. Like, I wonder what her backstory is. Anyways, okay. Best song.
I have a couple of mine. I think I know. I'm assuming you have probably a couple.
I have a couple.
I think I can guess at least two of yours.
Do you want to tell me yours first, or do you want to tell me your guess for mine?
I think your guess and my guess for yours is Mother Gothel and Scar.
One is right and one is not.
Scar is not right.
You're right.
Okay.
Mother Gothel is one of my
Same
answers.
as mine.
And that's one of yours too, because Mother does know best.
It's a fun song.
It is a fun song.
I'll know.
Did you have more than one?
Yeah, I have two. So Mother Gothel for me and Dr. Facilier.
I almost put Dr. Facilier as one of my favorite songs as well, but instead I went Ursula. I love Ursula, the Poor Unfortunate Souls. Oh my gosh, I love that one.
That makes a lot of sense.
So those were my two for the best song.
Okay.
But I absolutely agree with Dr. Facilier, and I do also think Scar has a good one, but
We always just
start
start jamming out when it's just playing.
Yeah. Oh, it's excellent, and he's got such a great voice, and
I almost put that one, but.
Okay, who is the most evil villain?
You say this so much.
So you know mine. Is it the same as yours?
Yes and no. Do you have multiple?
I only have one.
Is yours Scar?
Mine is Scar. Oh, I do have runner-ups, but yes.
I have a runner-up too.
So Scar, do you agree?
I agree.
And for the same reason?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, so let's
he
share what
literally
our
manipulated a little kid and believing that he was responsible for his father's death.
That's my exact reason too. Like, I've heard all these other people will also agree, but they have different reasons, and they'll say, oh, he had the most, kind of gruesome, like, this is the first time Disney showed someone actually murdering someone, their own brother, and in this way and in this manner and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was traumatizing to children. And I'm like, you know what? That was bad enough. But the fact that he made this little boy, this little baby lion, think that he was the one responsible for his own father's death and forces him to leave and ostracizes him and tries to have him killed and all this stuff. I'm like, that and is like pure evil.
He's still, when he's adult, he still believes that he was responsible.
Even as an adult, he thought that he had killed his father.
Yeah.
And that is just like, I just can't get over it. Okay. But I have some backups. So what are yours?
No, I want to know what yours is.
My backups?
Yeah.
Okay,
I only have one backup.
I have 2 runner-ups, and they're both... okay, one is when I don't watch the movie, and it's because of this character, and I need to watch it because I need to give it a chance. My brother likes this movie.
I think I know what movie you're talking
It's Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's the Claude Frollo, I think. How do you say his name? Frollo. He's the priest. He's supposed to be this religious leader, and he's just evil, and he does bad things, and he lusts after this gal, and he attempts to rape her, and like it's just like to be someone in such a position to do good and then to use what he has to make excuses to do such bad evil. So he was my runner-up. I still say Scar's my number 1. And then I had one other one.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this quite counts, but I put Chernabog. Is he one of your... No, not yours.
No, not mine.
Because he's like literally a demon.
Yeah. Mine isn't, I guess it's not really the most evil, but like from my list I just thought...
Yeah.
Might as well mention it because I figured you wouldn't. But the agent from Bolt.
Oh, I never even thought about him.
Because like, he literally doesn't care about like Penny's feelings at all. Yeah. When Bolt ran away, he literally tried to like convince her that this dog, which was obviously not hers, hers, and like literally just like
he was totally
even
selfish.
When she like barely survived the burning, like
the burning building, he's trying to spin it for a financial.
Like he literally gets kicked out of the ambulance.
Yeah,
and like not probably the most evil, but I just felt like it was a
and I don't consider him necessarily a full villain necessarily, but I agree with you that that's true. I don't like him, so good. That's a good one.
I personally think he could be considered a
villain.
Yeah,
I guess
essentially because like no one else, there's not really a villain in that movie.
Just the character
but,
in
like,
the show.
I feel like he kind of like,
but it's not real.
If he actually like tried to help find Bolt, then that would have been.
Yeah, like, it's like they make the character like the villain is like the green-eyed man, but that's not. He's like a pretend character in the show that they're doing, and so he's not really the villain at all.
Yeah,
but Bolt just thinks he is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that's a good one. I like that one. All right. Who has the best sidekick?
Hades.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
That's a really good one. I like mine better. Do you know who I'm going to say?
No.
Yzma. Yzma with Kronk. Kronk is the best. Oh my gosh, I love Kronk.
Yeah.
I do have a runner-up.
Okay.
Jafar, because I like Iago.
Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier, but then I was like, oh wait, no, Hades has.
I agree. I did consider Hades too.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you put him. Do you have anything else?
No.
Okay. Why are you laughing?
No, just the next one.
All right. Who has the best experience in the parks or on the cruise?
I don't remember, so I put I don't know.
Oh. So this could have been taken both ways. You could either say who has an attraction or something at the parks that is a great experience to have, or it could be what has been our best experience with a villain.
Yeah.
By putting it in both of those options, does that spark anything for you? No?
No.
You still don't have an answer? I have an answer for both. Okay. So
maybe yours will inspire me.
One of them has to do with you.
The figures.
One of my favorite villain character interactions was when you had your Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique and you were Sleeping Beauty.
Queen.
Yeah, and we ran into the evil queen.
I don't remember that.
And she totally had fun with you.
Okay, that's true.
That was a really, really fun one.
That is a good one.
We got some really fun pictures of her just being snotty to you.
Yeah,
she's always great to take photos with anyways, but when you were dressed up as a princess, oh, that was like awesome.
Yeah, it's just like, why didn't you dress up as the evil queen?
Yeah, and then when we asked for her autograph, she's like, only if this will be the very first one. I have to be the front of your photograph book and all this stuff. It was really funny.
She was not.
Yeah, no, she wasn't, but we did not put her in the front, but that's okay. It was fun. I can't remember if you were with me for this one or not. You might have. No, but that is also another one I have enjoyed.
I want to meet him so much.
Oh, you haven't met?
I don't think so. If I do, I don't. I think I might.
I know I have on a trip with you.
It was on the little boat thing.
Yeah.
He was kind of there. We got to meet him briefly.
Yeah. Over by the riverboat.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other one I was going to say from the park experiences that we've had was Kylo Ren. The first time we met Kylo Ren, he was so intimidating. Like, we were legit scared. We were just like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to say or do.
So I was just kind of there. Just
you didn't? Oh, because you hadn't been watching the Star Wars movies yet. And I know this isn't a Disney villain, but I'm just talking about experiences in the parks. That was a good one.
I was late to the movies. I watched them literally 2 years ago.
Yeah. That's okay. That's all right. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Technically, I think some of them are PG-13, so technically you watched them in the age you were supposed
Fair
to.
enough.
Okay, so as far as experiences in the park that are there that I think are awesome, and this could have gone for either way you were taking this, for me, was the Tremaine family. At Disney World at 1900 Park Fair for dinner, Tremaine. Cinderella's stepmother and stepsisters. Oh. So we had excellent interactions with them. But even putting our interactions aside, that character meal where it has Cinderella and Prince Charming, but also the evil stepmother and the two stepsisters, that is a fantastic character dining experience. And the food's really good too. But those characters are great. All 5 of them were excellent. But the Tremaines are fun, and you don't have to.
Me and Katie.
They did. They were like,
what's her name?
Anastasia.
Yeah.
Anastasia, the redhead, wanted you guys to be her new sisters, and Drizella was like, no, she can come and live with you. I don't want her to be my sister anymore, so you can take her. And so and then Lady Tremaine was giving me parenting advice on how much chores you should have to do. It was just awesome. It was really fun. And you don't have to meet them there. They do sometimes go in the parks, and so it doesn't have to be done at that character dining experience. But that's where we met them. And, oh my gosh, those are fun ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's next? Who would you like to see an attraction for?
Yzma.
That's what I put.
I figured.
And how would
we always say it.
We say it every time we're watching the movie. They should make a movie of it or make a ride of this.
Because of the lab, the way they get there is a literal roller coaster.
I would call it Yzma's wrong lever. And it would be...
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah, and that's totally... And it would be a roller coaster of them pulling the wrong lever, Kronk, and then boom, you go and on this wild...
Almost, that kind of gives me like Incredicoaster vibes.
Yeah.
Where they're chasing Jack.
Yeah, it could be something like that. And have at one point you have to splash down, and there would be like animatronic crocodiles in the water or something, and you go and you splash in it or something. I don't know. It'd just be so fun. Did you have any others, or was that the only one? No, that was the only one. The only other one I put was another type of attraction, not a ride necessarily, but a Mother Gothel rejuvenation room. Like, you know how she would have her sing and she would brush her hair and it would make her young again?
Yeah.
So they should have a Mother Gothel rejuvenation room, like a spa for moms. And I know. But I was just like, well, hey, I'm a mom and I could use some rejuvenation.
That would probably be pretty nice.
So, I mean, that could be like a spa treatment at one of their spas maybe instead. But, okie dokie. All right, so what about the weakest villain? The one that's kind of the lamest?
I don't know. I just kind of put in one that I just put Evil Queen.
Okay.
I kind of thought she was a little pathetic just in general.
Yeah.
Because, like, not like she's a pathetic character, but, like, just, like, I don't know, I just feel as, like, if she's not that powerful.
Yeah.
I mean, she had other people do it.
Yeah, that's true. She sent the huntsman to go do the...
Yeah, I mean, like, that's kind of, like, what a lot
of them do, yeah.
But, like, she could have done so much more on her own.
Yeah.
Like,
no, she did have that potion that turned herself into a witch, and she did go and deliver the apple.
Well, yeah, but she couldn't turn herself back.
No, that's true. Or at least she didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know. She might not have been the weakest or most pathetic, but that's just...
But she seemed pretty pathetic to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I did a real pathetic one. This is
probably better than mine.
Robin Hood, Prince John. He is like the whiniest, snivviest little baby, and he has no powers.
That is much better
He
than mine.
is just so lame. And he's like taking his brother's throne and all this, and he's just so stupid and lame. Yeah. That was mine. All right. Next one?
Yeah.
Most comedic.
Hades.
I agree with you on Hades. I put somebody else down, but that was one. I put two. I put one my answer and then / Hades. And this would not be a stretch. Can you guess who I think?
Kronk?
No.
Does he count?
No, he doesn't count. I would put him. But I don't count him as a actual villain because Kronk is too dumb to be a villain. He's so hilarious.
That's true.
It's so hilarious. I love Kronk so much. It's totally Yzma.
Yeah, I was
just
Yzma's
hilarious.
I just was completely just
and everything about the character Yzma.
That's
I
a
mean,
good
like
one.
just I just love.
So funny.
Okay. All right. So that
Favorite
brings
villain.
us to our overall favorite villain.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna guess yours is Hades.
Nope.
No, it's not. What is it?
Dr. Facilier.
Oh, I guess I could have
Though
guessed
Hades
that too.
is a good one.
I was saying Hades because you answered so many of them as Hades.
I answered like 2, and Facilier has also 2.
Oh, I guess they're tied. But you're right. Okay, I could see Dr. Facilier
I
for
like
you
the
too.
aesthetic, I guess. I don't know. I like the vibe.
Yeah.
That's kind of a little concerning.
It's no. It's a good one. It's a good one, and you're not alone. A lot of people.
Character design.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. I love that movie.
Yeah, and a lot of people share that. A lot of people really that he's like their favorite too.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. He's not my very favorite.
Yeah.
Guess my very favorite.
Yzma?
Yeah, it's Yzma. It's totally Yzma. I mean, half of my answers I swear were Yzma, but I just think she's hilarious.
Yeah.
It cracks me up, and it's such a great movie. It's
That
the
is
most
true.
underrated movie I think that Disney made. Where is
That's
the
true.
Emperor's
There's
New
a
Groove?
very
Where is the love?
underrated.
Because that is such a great movie.
So good.
Okay, that was a fun Halloween episode, unlike last week's, which was dry and informational.
Yep.
Much more enjoyable. All right.
This was so much better.
Yeah. Okay, happy Halloween, everyone. Go and have some fun. Be safe. Give out candy, eat candy, dress up, all the fun things.
Yep.
And we'll see you next week.
See you.